Hello, David Paul here. Just a quickie on my plants and how I've been getting on. This is a mess now because I've been emptying. These pots were intended to contain the plants and let them grow on for a little while until they got bigger. But I'm really surprised with the stuff they supplied me with. I didn't expect something this good. So if Amazon asks me for a report, I'll give them a good report. Last night I took them all out the packaging and I put a little bit of water on the roots, and I was tired, and I didn't feel very well last night. I've been doing lots of physical work and I was just aching all over the place, and I'd got chilled through. Broken the first commandment of living outdoors: don't get cold. So anyway, snuggled up, slept the night through, and now I feel just great. I haven't even had breakfast. It's midday now and I haven't had breakfast yet. I've just been eating cheese sandwiches because it's been raining a bit, and I didn't want to light the fire and sit out in the rain. So anyway, the plants, I have planted them. They're in a radial form of 10 plants, and already it's got a kind of a snug feel to it, which I rather like. So these shrubs will knit together to form a sort of hedge, but they'll be woven together to form one tree eventually. And when I woke up this morning and I looked at them, they didn't look too happy because the veins on the leaves, they were looking kind of a bit dry. But I've given each plant a drink of water and planted in some sort of mulchy stuff. Compost and biochar to give them a boost, and they're shallowly planted. If I was to tug that, it would just tug straight out the ground, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to be subject to wind or anything. They'll get their roots down. I want them to have plenty of air around the roots as well, and that's that. So they're in active growth. You can see that the buds are ready to burst. This here is starting to grow. This one here, on this one, that's all new growth. So they're ready to just rock it off. But I need them to put out some roots. I had some little white roots on, like they look like bits of rice. And I need them to put, I needed to put out, the plants to put out a bit more root before I start feeding them fertilizer. There is just no point, because they just won't uptake the fertilizer. What they need at the minute, I think, is just water, sunshine, water, and just, you know, observance, making sure that they don't ever dry out, and that's it. I put some of the taller ones at the front here, although there's not a lot of difference between all of them, because, you know, I'm wanting that to be covered. This is the part where people will walk in and see. You know, so I want to be covered as quick as possible there. And other than that, nothing to do now. I mean, I could go off to Portugal now, as long as they don't dry, you know, as long as they don't die, and come back and sort them out later, because they need to put on some growth. So at the minute we're about 2 feet high here, and if this is all closed in, you could actually camp behind us and not be seen. So another foot and we're definitely away. I'm going to let them fluff out, and then I'm going to start weaving them together. Now on top of that, after having done this planting business, as I mentioned in the last video, I had more plants soaking there, which I was going to put rooting compound on and put in here. So I've planted them in this bucket here. That was surprisingly dry, that bucket. I need to make sure that they don't dry out. The ones around the periphery, the outer rim, they're really starting to show active signs of growth. So that's telling me that they're starting to put roots on, or at least they're not doing too bad. You know, they're managing to get as much water as they want. I think with these plants, the evergreens, they don't lose water too much. So you know, they don't suffer any sort of catastrophes. They may be a bit slow to take root. They say 6 weeks, So let's see. So anyway, this is the end. This is the end of all my enterprises in the United Kingdom. After this, it's fixing up my boat and putting that on the sea and sailing it back to Portugal and getting my visa, fixing up stuff in the Philippines, all sorts of stuff. And this is going to be the little refuge, the very, very tiny little refuge that I can come back to the UK and camp in. Nobody will ever know it's here, because once it's all grown up, it'll look so natural. There'll be no evidence of human behaviour. All of this crap here, this rubbish, has to be cleared up and burnt. The plastic bits, the pots, I will keep for maybe plant pots for those. Probably not. I guess, I don't know. No, I'll burn them as well. Use them on as lighters on my fire. And then that's it. Then it's all just, you know, do my physics and do nothing. Work, teach, and just carry on. Okay, anyway, I'll do another video showing how they're getting on when they're putting on a bit of growth later on. Jesus be with you.